Seriously True, powered by Seriously Strange.
135 amazing facts for people who like amazing facts. Number 1. Mr. Rogers always mentioned out loud that he was feeding his fish because a young blind viewer once asked him to do so. She wanted to know the fish were okay. Number 2. Boring, Oregon and Dal, Scotland have been sister cities since 2012. In 2017, they added Blandshire, Australia to their League of Extraordinary Communities. Number 3. Amelia Earhart and Eleanor Roosevelt once sneaked out of a White House event, commandeered an airplane, and went on a joyride to Baltimore. Number 4. If you have the feeling you've experienced an event before in real life, call it déjà vu. If you feel like you've previously experienced an event in a dream instead, there's a different term for it, déjà vu. Number 5. During Prohibition, moonshiners would wear cow shoes. The fancy footwear left hoof prints instead of footprints, helping distillers and smugglers evade police. Number 6. Since founding the Imagination Library in 1995, Dolly Parton has donated 100 million books to children. Number 7. The 100 folds in a chef's dough are said to represent 100 ways to cook an egg. Number 8. In curling, good sportsmanship and politeness are essential. Congratulating opponents and abstaining from trash talk are part of what's known as the spirit of curling. Number 9. In 1974, the Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis published a paper titled The Unsuccessful Self-Treatment of a Case of Writer's Block. It contained a total of 0 words. Number 10. Guinness estimates that 93,000 liters of beer are lost in facial hair each year in the UK alone. Number 11. George Washington served an eggnog-like drink to visitors at Mount Vernon. His recipe included rye whiskey, rum, and sherry. Number 12. Some cats are allergic to humans. Number 13. Queen Elizabeth II is a train mechanic. Number 14. Volvo gave away the 1962 patent for their revolutionary 3-point seat belt for free, in order to save lives. Number 15. Sudoku is the act of acquiring books and not reading them. Number 16. Ravens in captivity can learn to talk better than parrots. Number 17. Bela Lugosi was buried in full Dracula costume, cape and all. Number 18. Central Park's lampposts contain a set of 4 numbers that can help you navigate. Number 19. A teacher wrote of a young Roald Dahl on his school report card, "I have never met anybody who so persistently writes words meaning the exact opposite of what is intended." Number 20. The only Blockbuster store in the world that is still operating is in Bend, Oregon. Number 21. Blood donors in Sweden receive a thank you text when their blood is used. Number 22. Kea parrots warble together when they are in a good mood, making them the first known non-mammal species to communicate with infectious laughter. Number 23. Long before rap battles, there was flighting, the exchange of witty, insulting verses. The verbal throwdowns were popular in England and Scotland from the 5th to 16th centuries. Number 24. Melbourne gave some of its trees email addresses so residents could report problems. Instead, the trees received love letters. Number 25. An estimated 1 million dogs in the US have been named primary beneficiary in their owners' wills. Number 26. At Petrified Forest National Park, visitors sometimes break the rules and the law by taking rocks home with them. According to rangers, they often end up returning the stolen goods in the mail, along with an apology note. Number 27. The Russians showed up 12 days late to the 1908 Olympics in London because they were using the Julian calendar instead of the Gregorian calendar. Number 28. Maya Angelou was the first black female streetcar conductor in San Francisco. Number 29. In Japan, letting a sumo wrestler make your baby cry is considered good luck. Number 30. J.K. Simmons has been the voice of the yellow peanut M&M since the late 1990s. Number 31. Count Von Count's love of numbers isn't just a quirky character trait. In traditional vampire folklore, the bloodsuckers have arithmomania, a compulsion to count. Number 32. In Great Britain and Japan, black cats are perceived as auspicious. In the English Midlands, new brides are given black cats to bless their marriage, and the Japanese believe that black cats are good luck, particularly for single women. Number 33. Portland was named by a coin flip. Had the coin landed the other way, the city would be Boston, Oregon. Number 34. During World War I, a Canadian soldier made a black bear his pet and named her Winnipeg. Winnie was later a resident of the London Zoological Gardens, where she was an adored attraction, especially to a boy named Christopher Robin, son of author A. Milne. The boy even named his teddy bear after her. Number 35. Sleep literally cleans your brain. During slumber, more cerebrospinal fluid flushes through the brain to wash away harmful proteins and toxins that build up during the day. Number 36. Neil Armstrong's astronaut application arrived a week past the deadline. A friend slipped the tardy form in with the others. Number 37. Due to the restaurant's reputation for staying open in extreme weather, the so-called Waffle House Index is informally used by FEMA to gauge storm severity. Number 38. The first sales pitch for the Nerf ball was Nerf, you can't hurt babies or old people. Number 39. The Manchineel tree is nicknamed the Tree of Death for good reason. Touching it can leave chemical burns on your skin, its fruit is toxic, and its bark, when burned, can cause blindness. Number 40. If drivers adhere to the 45 miles per hour speed limit on a stretch of Route 66 in New Mexico, the road's rumble strips will play a rendition of America the Beautiful. Number 41. Russian cosmonauts used to pack a shotgun in case they landed in Siberia and had to fend off bears. Number 42. Space has a distinct smell, a bouquet of diesel fumes, gunpowder, and barbecue. The aroma is mostly produced by dying stars. Number 43. Before settling on the 7 dwarfs we know today, Disney considered Chesty, Tubby, Burpy, Deafy, Hickey, Wheezy, and Awful. Number 44. The annual number of worldwide shark bites is 10 times less than the number of people bitten by other people in New York. Number 45. In 1997, a Louisville woman left actor Charles Bronson all of her money in a handwritten will, a total of about $300,000. She'd never met him, she was just a fan. Number 46. Carly Simon's dad is the Simon of Simon & Schuster. He co-founded the company. Number 47. Ben and Jerry learned how to make ice cream by taking a $5 correspondence course offered by Penn State. They decided to split one course. Number 48. After an online vote in 2011, Toyota announced that the official plural of Prius was Prii. Number 49. At the 1905 wedding of Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt, President Teddy Roosevelt gave away the bride. Number 50. Tootsie Rolls were added to soldiers' rations in World War II for their durability in all weather conditions. Number 51. When Canada's Northwest Territories considered renaming itself in the 1990s, one name that gained support was Bob. Number 52. After Outkast sang Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture, Polaroid released a statement, shaking or waving can actually damage the image. Number 53. Marie Curie remains the only person to earn Nobel Prizes in 2 different sciences. Number 54. The Starry Night depicts Vincent van Gogh's view from the St. Paul de Mosul Asylum. Number 55. The ampersand symbol is formed from the letters in it, the Latin word for and. Number 56. Army ants that misinterpret the scent trails left by other ants will sometimes break from the crowd and march in circles. If enough ants join, they can form massive death spirals. Number 57. A solar eclipse helped end a 6-year war in 585 BCE. When the sky suddenly darkened during a battle between the Lydians and the Medes in modern Turkey, soldiers took it as a sign to cease fighting. Number 58. Wendy's founder Dave Thomas dropped out of high school but earned his JD in 1993. His JD class voted him most likely to succeed. Number 59. Both John Adams and Thomas Jefferson died on July 4, 1826, exactly 50 years after the adoption of the Declaration of Independence. Number 60. Dogs are capable of understanding up to 250 words and gestures. The average dog is as intelligent as a 2-year-old child. Number 61. Bubbles keep your bath water warmer longer. Number 62. Scientists have found evidence of takeout restaurants in the remains of Pompeii. Number 63. Fried chicken was brought to America by Scottish immigrants. Number 64. Peter Durand patented the tin can in 1810. Ezra Warner patented a can opener in 1858. In between, people used chisels and hammers. Number 65. There are 71 streets in Atlanta with Peachtree in their name. Number 66. Goats have rectangular pupils. Number 67. The bend in a flamingo's leg isn't a knee, it's an ankle. Number 68. In 1946, Boston owner Walter Brown chose the nickname Celtics over whirlwinds, Olympians, and unicorns. Number 69. After It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown Ed. Charles Schultz was overwhelmed with candy shipments sent from kids who were concerned for Charlie, who got rocks instead of treats in his Halloween sack. Number 70. One of the world's largest stockpiles of nuclear weapons, a US Navy base near Seattle, is partially defended by trained dolphins. Number 71. It's illegal for supermarkets in France to waste food. Supermarkets must either compost it or donate unsold or nearly expired goods to charity. Number 72. Frederick Bohr invented the Pringles can. When he passed away in 2008, his ashes were buried in one. Number 73. A new baby can cost new parents 750 hours of sleep in the first year. Number 74. In 1965, a Senate subcommittee predicted that by 2000, Americans would only be working 20 hours a week with 7 weeks vacation. Number 75. For one day in 1998, Topeka, Kansas, renamed itself to Pikachu to mark Pokemon's US debut. Number 76. Truman Capote said he was the only person who'd met John F. Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Lee Harvey Oswald, and Sirhan Sirhan. Number 77. Susan B. Anthony was fined $100 for voting in the 1872 election. She never paid the fine. Number 78. Canned pumpkin isn't actually pumpkin. Even purees that advertise as 100% pumpkin are actually made of a range of different winter squashes. Number 79. When Gene Wilder accepted the role of Willy Wonka, he had one condition. In his first appearance, Wilder wanted Wonka to limp toward the crowd with a cane in hand before falling into a perfect somersault and jumping back up. The reason? Because from that time on, no one will know if I'm lying or telling the truth. Number 80. Dr. Seuss said he expected to spend a week or so writing The Cat in the Hat. It actually took a year and a half. Number 81. The Reese in Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is Harry Burnett Reese, a former Hershey employee who created his famous candy in the 1920s. Number 82. The plural of cul-de-sac is cul-de-sac. Number 83. Apollo 17 astronaut Harrison Schmitt was allergic to moon dust. Number 84. At the Gettysburg reunion in 1913, 2 men purchased a hatchet, walked to the site where their regiments had fought, and buried it. Number 85. Blood-curdling isn't just an expression. Research shows that watching horror movies can increase a certain clotting protein in our bloodstreams. Number 86. An episode of Peppa Pig was pulled from Australian television for teaching children not to fear spiders. Number 87. A group of bugs is called a grumble. Number 88. Before he wrote Goosebumps, R.L. Stine wrote the jokes for Bazooka Joe rappers. Number 89. In 1998, The US Army tried developing a telepathic ray gun where words could be transmitted to be heard like the spoken word, except that it could only be heard within a person's head. Number 90. In 1967, the Nigerian Civil War ground to a halt for 2 days because both sides wanted to watch Pele play in an exhibition soccer match. Number 91. Winston Churchill's mother was born in Brooklyn. Number 92. Jim Cummings is the voice of Winnie the Pooh. He calls sick kids in hospitals and chats with them in character. Number 93. Before Google launched Gmail, Gmail was the name of a free email service offered by Garfield's website. Number 94. Before the Nazis invaded Paris, H.A. and Margaret Ray fled on bicycles. They were carrying the manuscript for Curious George. Number 95. In colonial America, lobster wasn't exactly a delicacy. It was so cheap and plentiful it was often served to prisoners. Number 96. Crayola means oily chalk. The name combines craye, French for chalk, and ola, short for oleaginous, or oily. Number 97. Truman Show delusion is a mental condition marked by a patient's belief that he or she is the star of an imaginary reality show. Number 98. Cookie Monster is not changing his name. In a 2012 episode he said, "We've got to stop this veggie monster rumor before me reputation ruined." Number 99. Google's founders were willing to sell to Excite for under $1 million in 1999, but Excite turned them down. Number 100. The medical term for ice cream headaches is sphenopalatine ganglion neuralgia. Number 101. Although Dr. James Naismith invented basketball, he's the only Kansas Jayhawks basketball coach with a losing record. Number 102. Wisconsin is the Badger State because the area's lead miners used to spend winters in tunnels burrowed into hills. Like badgers. Number 103. In 1999, the US government paid the Zapruder family $16 million for the film of JFK's assassination. Number 104. Before he became president, Abraham Lincoln was wrestling champion of his county. He fought in nearly 300 matches and lost only one. Number 105. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. But on average, a licking machine made at Purdue needed 364. Number 106. Barcelona is home to hundreds of playgrounds for seniors. The spaces are meant to promote fitness and combat loneliness in elderly citizens. Number 107. In Switzerland, it's legal to own only one guinea pig. Number 108. After leaving office, Ronald Reagan was offered the role of Hill Valley's mayor in Back to the Future 3. Number 109. Foreign accent syndrome is a rare side effect of brain trauma. Patients speak their native language in a foreign accent. Number 110. Queen Elizabeth II has had over 30 corgis in her lifetime. Number 111. Relative to their bodies, Chihuahuas have the biggest brain in the dog world. Number 112. The mystery flavor of Dum Dums is a combination of the end of one batch of candy and the beginning of another. Number 113. A banana is a berry. Number 114. In 1971, a Dallas man named Mariano Martinez invented the frozen margarita machine. The 26-year-old was inspired by the Slurpee machine at 7-Eleven. Number 115. In 2016, a rogue bloodhound named Ludwine joined a half marathon in Alabama. She ran the entire 13.1 miles and finished in 7th place. Number 116. The Library of Congress regularly receives requests for books that don't exist. The most common is the President's Book of Secrets, from the 2007 movie, National Treasure, Book of Secrets. Number 117. In 2014, Tinder made its first match on the continent of Antarctica. Not surprisingly, both parties involved were research scientists. Number 118. When times get tough, elephants will comfort each other by stroking loved ones with their trunks and emitting small chirps. Number 119. A double rainbow occurs when sunlight is reflected twice on-side a raindrop. If you look closely, you can see that the colors of the secondary rainbow appear in reverse order. Number 120. There's a Nikola Tesla statue in Palo Alto that provides free Wi-Fi. Number 121. The mobile phone throwing world championships are held in Finland. One winner, not pictured, said he prepared for the event by mainly drinking. Number 122. In the 50s, Marilyn Monroe promised nightclub owner Charlie Morrison she'd be in the front row every night if he booked Ella Fitzgerald. He agreed, and she was true to her word. After that, I never had to play a small jazz club again, Fitzgerald said. She was an unusual woman, a little ahead of her times. And she didn't know it. Number 123. Frank Sinatra has 3 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, 1 for film, 1 for music, and 1 for television. Number 124. One April day in 1930, the BBC reported, "There is no news." Instead they played piano music. Number 125. Continental plates drift as fast as fingernails grow. Number 126. Elvis Presley's manager sold "I Hate Elvis" badges as a way to make money off of people who weren't buying his merchandise. Number 127. Lego has a temperature-controlled underground vault in Denmark with nearly every set they've ever made. Number 128. A reindeer's eyes change color through the seasons. They are gold during the summer and blue in the winter. Number 129. An avocado never ripens on the tree, so farmers can use trees as storage and keep avocados fresh for up to 7 months. Number 130. At the Humane Society of Missouri, kid volunteers comfort anxious shelter dogs by reading to them. Number 131. In The Empire Strikes Back, an extra can be seen running with what appears to be an ice cream maker. The character became legendary among fans, and was eventually given a name, Will Hood, and a backstory. Number 132. Salvador Dali avoided paying restaurant tabs by using checks. He would draw on the back as the waiter watched, knowing no one would ever cash the art. Number 133. China owns all of the pandas in the world. They rent them out for about $1 million a year. Number 134. In Season 2 of The Joy of Painting, Bob Ross created a monochromatic landscape for a viewer who was worried that his color blindness would prevent him from being able to paint. Number 135. Bones found at Seymour Island indicate that at one time, 37 to 40 million years ago, penguins stood at a formidable 6 feet tall and weighed 250 pounds. Thanks for watching. Press the like button if you like the video. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Comments welcome.